So China's State Administration for Market Regulation announced last Friday part of the imported Model S and Model X vehicles with a production date between September 17, 2013 and August 16, 2017 will be recalled, a total of 29,193 vehicles.
And Tesla describes the problem with the front suspension.
When some vehicles within the scope of this recall are subjected to a large external impact, the ball studs of the rear connecting rod of the front suspension will have an initial crack. When the vehicle continues to be used, the crack may extend and cause this ball stud to break. In extreme cases, the ball end cone seat may come out of the steering knuckle, affecting the control of the vehicle, increasing the risk of accidents and posing safety hazards. And according to the recall, Tesla is going to have to replace the front suspension rear link and the rear suspension upper link for free for all affected owners in China.
So my question here is, how did Tesla produce Model S and X's on the same line as the United States and Europe, because Fremont factory is the only place they made them, but made them worse for China?
Well, Tesla kind of has an answer for you. Tesla said, Tesla has not determined that a defect exists in either the front suspension aft link or the rear suspension upper link, and believes the root cause of the issue is driver abuse, including that driver usage and expectation for damageability is uniquely severe in the China market. If the customer inputs an abuse load, e.g. curb impact, severe pothole strike, etc., then the parts may be damaged, leading either to immediate failure or delayed failure from the compounding effects of the initial abuse and subsequent load input. Now, I know that was written by a lawyer. Basically, what they're saying is that NHTSA looked into the same exact thing back in the United States in 2016, and they found that there was no issue. Basically, in China, these failures are happening at approximately 0.1%, and 0.5% elsewhere in the world. So that means that basically this problem is happening with, like you said, the same cars made at the same factory at the same time, the same design, but it's happening twice more often in China. So what could lead to that being the case?
I guess only one of two things, which would either be Chinese roads or...
All right, well, let's look at Chinese roads.
Okay.
So I've got some data here. Okay, so according to theglobalEconomy.com, if we take roads ranked from 1 to 7, Chinese road quality ranks 4.6 in 2019, number 44 in the world. U.S. roads, for instance, rank 17 in the world with a 5.5. So, yeah, they're a little bit worse, but you got to imagine there's potholes everywhere, right? So that could be it. It could be that Chinese roads are worse. What's another factor?
Drivers, I guess? You're hitting things more often?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking, or maybe not even more often, but the fact that when you hit a pothole badly, let's say, and you're driving down the street, you kind of know that you might have to bring your car in to get checked out. Because you've ever had one of those potholes where you're like, oh my God, I think I broke my car.
Right.
You know, you bring it into Tesla and you have them look at it. Maybe in China, you know, there haven't been owners of cars for as long as here. Maybe they don't know that that's something you should get looked at.
Your thought is that Americans would take the car in because they knew that they had broken the car, whereas Chinese customers are saying that my car has a defect?
I mean, NHTSA looked at it, and NHTSA found that there wasn't a defect.
I think that this could come down to more of a difference in culture. I don't know enough about Chinese culture to know whether you would call something a defect or I broke the car. Maybe it could be as simple as that.
My question is, this is Model S's and X's, and it only goes up to 2017. Did Tesla make a beefier part after 2017? From what we've heard, they didn't.
I think that they changed the way that they hardened those parts.
Oh, interesting.
So that could be the difference, and that could be why we're not seeing, 2018s and 19s.
And that would also explain why we haven't seen any of this for the Model 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's an excellent point. Now, my question is, this sounds like China said you need to fix all of these defects.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. Tesla got the word from China and they said, okay, yeah, it's probably cheaper for us to just do this rather than fight you.
So, I mean, we don't know enough details about this, but if you have any information, if you have any insights, if you work for Tesla, we're not going to tell anybody where we got the information from. We will say, hey, we heard that X, Y, and Z. And if you feel confident that you want to talk to us, we definitely will not divulge who said what.
Right.
But it would just be great to get the proper information out there so that way we could get a better scoop and tell it to everyone so that way we all kind of know a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, we have a great track record. We don't divulge our sources, and we've been doing this for, 216 episodes?
Right.
So you can kind of trust us. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Mondays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below to head over to the Now You Know channel.